Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. This is our Lecture 12, ang pinakahuling lesson po natin na part ng ating final examination. This is part 2 ng ating discussion for process costing. At ngayon naman po, we will be integrating your learning dun sa una nating napag-usapan na general considerations. Ngayon naman, lalagyan natin ng losses. No? Ano nangyayari kapag may losses tayo during our production process. Sige po, start na po tayo. So far, our discussions has assumed that all units to be accounted for have been transferred out, no, or are in the ending work in process inventory, no. Kumbaga yung mga general considerations po natin, perfect world po iyon, no? Lahat po ng unang units that we have computed to be accounted for, dalawa lang ang splitting niya. It's either matatransfer out to the next department, so natapos dun sa department na yon, or kung hindi pa tapos, syempre, i-identify mo siya as work in process inventory. No? So, ganun lang yung splitting. Ito yung lahat ng gagawin at tatapusin o umpisahan natin. At pag natapos siya successfully sa department na to, edi transfer out natin. Pag hindi pa tapos, edi ending work in process lang siya. That is a perfect world. That is a perfect production. And that is our general steps that we have done so far. However, every process produces some units that do not actually meet production specifications. May napuputol, may nasosobrahan ng kung ano, may mali ng pintura, may natatapon, no? So, hindi po maiiwasan talaga yung mga ganong scenario during the production process. In the second bullet point, it is mentioned that losses are an inherent part of the continuous production and must be properly identified and accounted for to determine accurate unit cost. May cost po, tandaan po natin, yung mga spoilage na ito. May cost po yung mga losses na ito. At may equivalent units din po tayo dapat na i-assign sa kanila for proper determination of our EUP and our cost per EUP. Meron po tayong dalawang uri ng losses on the parlance of process costing. Losses in a production process may occur continuously or at a specific point in the production process. If the loss or the spoilage happens when it occurs fairly uniformly through the process, ang tawag po doon continuous loss. Ang best example po nito ay kunyari yung production process mo is may involved na gatas or any liquid. At a certain point, lalo na kung may heat na kasama, naku, para tayo nagiging chemistry dito, nagkakaroon ng evaporation, no? So, hindi maiiwasan yung ganong scenario. Ang tawag po doon continuous loss, no? Normal naman po yung nangyayari, although we also have to take into consideration na yung mga ganito pong continuous losses, sometimes merong abnormal na bakit ganun? Bakit sobrang dami yung natapon or natapon tuloy or yung nag-evaporate, no? Hindi natin inaasahan yung ganong pangyayari na alam naman nating normally nag-evaporate yung ibang gatas through the process, pero bakit ngayon parang medyo sobrang madami? No, pag-uusapan po natin yan mamaya when your continuous loss is normal or abnormal. Pangalawa po, meron po tayong tinatawag na discrete loss. It is assumed to occur at a specific point. It is detectable during an inspection process. No? Merong quality check. Minsan may mga companies na 70 to 75% of the completion, magkakaroon ng quality check. There are also companies na ang quality check, ang inspection ay nangyayari sa dulo naman po ng production process. So, when that happens, mga kapatid, ay ang tawag po doon discrete loss, no? It occurs at a specific point in the production process. And it is only detectable at that point in time. Those control points can either be mechanically included in the production process na talagang may certain point ng inspection mechanically, or it should be performed by inspectors. And yan pong ating mga discrete loss ay meron din po tayo dyang normal at saka abnormal. So, isummarize po natin yung difference ng continuous at saka discrete losses natin. Pag continuous, it is assumed to occur uniformly throughout the process. Kapag ka naman discrete, it is assumed to occur at a certain specific point. So, ang pinagkaiba po ng continuous loss sa discrete loss ay continuous, nangyayari talaga siya uniformly. No, at any point in the production process, it occurs uniformly throughout the process. Pero pag discrete, merong hulihan na nangyayari, no? And it is assumed to occur at the inspection point. During the time of quality check, during the time of inspection, dun mo mahuhuli na meron palang defective units or meron palang nagkaroon ng spoilage or shrinkage. Diyan po sa ating continuous losses ay pwedeng maging normal at abnormal. Pag normal, yun nga po, yun yung nasabi natin kanina, it normally happens during the production process, but there are times that it is actually abnormal, na it occurred uniformly throughout the process, but it is not what we are expecting. Pag normal, it is absorbed by all units in ending inventory and transferred out on an EUP basis. Ibig sabihin, dahil alam naman po natin na nangyayari na talaga siyang ganun, it normally happens and it occurs during the process itself. Ang tawag po natin dito ay method of neglect. Ibig sabihin, yung cost ng ating normal continuous losses, i-absorb lang ng good units. Mamaya, mas maiintindihan po natin yung konsepto ng method of neglect kapag may numbers na tayo. Pero ang premise, dahil normal naman pala talaga siyang nangyayari uniformly throughout the process, yung losses na connected dyan, kumbaga, i-absorb lang siya ng ating mga good units, parang ganon, no? So, parang medyo mas magiging mahal lang siya per unit. Hindi natin siya a-assignan directly ng, kumbaga, cost per EUP na para lamang sa kanya or EUP na para sa kanya, no? So, wala tayong ganon for that. Again, ang tawag po doon, the method of neglect. Okay? And that will be considered a period cost, no? Pagka naman po abnormal, it's written off as a loss on an EUP basis. As in talagang meron tayong direct specification magkano yung cost of abnormal continuous losses natin, no? So kapag ka normal ang loss, it is a product cost. Kapag ka abnormal ang continuous loss, it is a period cost. Diretso po, loss from shrinkage or loss from whatever account title that you may think about it, no, or think for it, no? So, yun po. Kapag ka naman po discrete, sabi nga po natin may hulihan na nangyayari, no? It is happening at a certain inspection point, no? Sometimes the inspection happens halfway through the process, or at least pagpatapos na po siya, which is 70 to 75%, or talagang the inspection happens at the completion of the process. So, pwede rin po siya maging normal or abnormal. Pag normal, ay a-assignan po natin siya ng EUP mismo. No? So, meron po tayong normal discrete loss. Excuse me? So, meron po tayong normal discrete losses na talagang a-assignan mo ng EUP. Unlike kanina sa continuous normal losses natin, dahil siya po ay talagang nangyayari, no, method of neglect lang tayo. Mas mahal lang ang magiging cost ng ating mga good units. Pero dito po sa normal discrete, talagang a-assignan po natin siya ng EUP mamaya, no? We have to pinpoint na ito yung number of units na lost units natin. Because nahuli natin during a certain inspection point. Kapag ka-abnormal, ganun din po, loss din po talaga siya diretso, written off as loss. At may EUP rin po siya. No? So, ganun din po, normal discrete losses they will still form part of your product cost while your abnormal discrete losses will be a period cost. Yan po ang summary, no, ng ating mga losses, either continuous or nahuhuli during an inspection point. The cost of normal shrinkage and normal continuous losses, as what we have mentioned earlier, in a process costing environment are accounted for using what we call the method of neglect. It excludes the spoiled units in the calculation of the AUP. Ibig sabihin, yung ating pong mga normal continuous losses, walang ina-assign na AUP. Kaya nga po ang tawag, method of neglect. Because we ignore that spoilage, it results in a smaller number of AUP. And when you divide the production cost by a smaller number of AUP, it will raise the cost per equivalent unit. Mas nagiging mahal na lang siya per unit. Kasi nga po, yung good units natin, ang tawag dito, siya na yung mag-absorb nung cost nung normal continuous losses because as you know, sabi nga natin kanina, no, na normal naman talaga siyang nangyayari. It really happens during the production process. So, hindi mo na siya a-assign na ng EUP. Ine-neglect mo na lang and then, whatever EUP yung makompute natin, idediretso mo pa rin yung ating cost. Yung cost divided by the EUP to get your cost per EUP. The cost of loss units is spread proportionately over the good units transferred out and those remaining in work-in-process inventory. So, parang ang nangyayari, if your problem actually involves a normal continuous loss, it's just like the one that we are actually doing so far. No? Kasi nga, method of neglect, no? Ganun pa rin po yung pagko-compute mo ng cost mo for all of your EUP and then you will be assigning those costs into those that are units that are transferred out and those units that are remaining in work in process. No? So, ganun po siya. No? So, ang pinakamadali na na kind ng losses natin is yung normal continuous losses because it really happens during the production cycle. Ano naman po nangyayari sa ibang mga losses natin, katulad ng discrete? The cost of normal discrete losses should be assigned only to units that have passed the inspection point. Such units should be good units relative to that inspected characteristic. Whereas, the units prior to this point may be good or they may be defective. Ibig sabihin nga po, kapag nga po kasi discrete losses, kailangan magkahulihan from a quality check from an inspection point. Assigning costs to units that may be found to be defective or spoiled in the next period is not reasonable. Kaya po, meron po tayong proper distinction dito sa discrete losses, which is the main determining factor kung loss unit siya or hindi is the inspection point. Meanwhile, nga pala, mabalikan ko lang. Sorry, nakalimutan ko. Dito po pala sa normal discrete losses, mag-a-assign po tayo ng EUP dito ha. Kasi nahuli mo itong number of units na ito na talagang defective or siya ay spoiled. No? Nahuli mo no? Nahuli mo dun sa mismong inspection point. So, a-assignan mo ng EUP kasi talagang readily identifiable yung number of units na yun. You have to assign an EUP for it. And lastly, lahat ng abnormal losses, whether it is continuous or discrete, okay? Both of them ha, it is accounted for on an EUP basis at siya po ay directly nilolos natin as period cost. Okay? All abnormal losses and their costs should be accumulated and treated as a loss in the period in which those losses occurred. Abnormal loss cost is always accounted for on an EUP basis. May EUP po yan. Abnormal losses are extended in the EUP schedule at the percentage of completion at the end of the production for continuous losses. So kapag ka po ang nangyari ay continuous loss po siya tas abnormal, ano yun? Diretso, no? At the percentage of completion at the end of the production. And usually, what happens is that it's 100%. Pero, kapag nanggaling po yung abnormal losses, sa point of inspection, you have to follow the point of inspection. So, let's say, for example, Discrete ha, I'm talking about the discrete. So kapag ka discrete, tapos abnormal yung losses, and then sinabi sa problem that the quality check, the inspection is at the end of the process. If it's in the end of the process, lahat na ilagay mo na doon. Materials and your conversion cost. So your EUP would be 100%. However, pag nahuli mo yung discrete loss na yun at abnormal siya, let's say for example, 75% of the conversion process, doon nagkakaroon ng quality check at doon mo siya nahuli, edi syempre it makes sense na hindi mo na itutuloy yung production sa kanya, 'di ba? Kasi sira na nga siya, no? So ang EUP na i-assign mo sa kanya is yung binanggit natin kanina, the 70 to 75%. Okay? Kasi nahuli mo siya na at 70 to 75% of production, nandun yung inspection point. At dun sa inspection point na yun, nahuli mo na siya ay discrete abnormal loss. It doesn't make sense na itutuloy pa yung production process sa kanya. So, ang EUP sa kanya is hanggang dun lang sa inspection point. Yun lang naman yung point ko dun. No? Ang EUP niya ay kung hanggang dun sa inspection point. Kapag ka po, abnormal discrete losses. Para magkaintindihan tayo at hindi tayo nagkikwentuhan, gamitan po natin ng numero. No? Ayan, sige. Okay. Medyo tricky lang ng konti, but it works the same way, no, with our previous lesson. So, dalawa po uli, weighted average tsaka FIFO. The following information was made available to you by Mariel Company for the current period. Meron po tayong 14,500 units na beginning, nag-umpisa ng 75,000 units, and then we ended the period with 16,000 units na 60% pa lang complete. Nalaman po natin na meron po tayong abnormal spoilage na 2,500 units. Pero alam natin na usually 5,000 units talaga equivalently yung nagkakaroon ng normal spoilage, and it's continuous. So normal lang siyang nangyayari. Ano pong sabi natin kanina? It's a method of neglect. So mamaya hindi natin na-assign ng EUP. We have transferred out 66,000 units, which means that transfer natin sa next department, lahat ng natapos ay 66,000 units, and you are given your beginning work in process cost and your current cost. Materials are added at the start of the production. Let's calculate for the EUP and the cost per EUP, and let's do some cost assignment under weighted average and FIFO. Ganun na ganun pa rin po ang ating starting point. So, your work in process beginning of 14,500, you also started 75,000 units. So the total number of units that you need to account is 89,500. Let's now do the breakdown. Ang sabi ng problem ay, you have transferred out 66,000 units. Binigay sa atin, so hindi nyo kailangang mag-work back. So, if all of your completed units is 66,000 units, whereas your beginning work in process is 14,500, dun po sa 75,000 na inumpisahan natin ay may natapos agad na 51,500. Di ba? Ganun ang kwento nun, ano? Now, for the purposes of our calculation, hindi mo kailangang mag-work back kasi given naman lahat ng units. So, ililista na natin. Ano pa po yung ibang breakdown that would total to that 89,500? First, you have your normal spoilage of 5,000 and then your abnormal spoilage of 2,500. And meron tayong ending inventory na work in process 16,000. Doing the math, that is your total units as accounted, 89,500. Okay? Hindi natin kailangan mag-work back kasi binigay lahat, pati yung number of units transferred out. So, wala tayong problema. But again, alam nyo naman po yan, kahit hindi ibigay itong kahit hindi ibigay itong 66,000, kaya nyo namang makompute yan by working it back, di ba? Like, it's 89,500 minus back 16 minus 2,500 minus 5, lalabas naman yung 66. And then, given yung 14,500, ma-minus mo rin doon. So, malalaman mo yung started and completed. Well, anyway, given naman po sa problem, lahat ng units, so we don't have any problem with that. Dahil po weighted average, lahat po ng 66,000 nating completed units ay assignan muna ng materials and conversion cost EUP. Diba? Ganun po ginagawa natin sa weighted average. So, wala tayong problema. Diretso, 66,000. Bin-breakdown ko na lang sa work in process tsaka started and completed. Wala lang, trip ko lang damihan yung data. No, pero pwede nyo po ilagay dito yung 66,000. Ang sabi po natin kapag ka normal spoilage at ito ay continuous, talagang nangyayari yan, yung cost niyan ay ia-absorb na lang ng ating production process itself on the good units. Dahil nangyayari po talaga yung normal continuous loss natin, it's inherent in the production process, hindi mo a-assignan ng EUP. Pag method of neglect, ibig sabihin, you don't put an EUP for it. So, 0. Okay? Pag method of neglect, you don't put an EUP for it. So, it's 0. Now, for your abnormal spoilage of 2,500, you need to account for an EUP for it. Kasi nahuli mo na may 2,500 units na spoiled na talagang huli. Bakit? Ano nangyari? Abnormal yan. Hindi yan usually nangyayari. Hindi yan part ng ating normal spoilage, no? So, you need to account an EUP for it properly. And then, you do it the same way as how we do it in your ending working process. Since all materials are added at the start of the production, so you assign 60,000 EUP for your materials. And then, since it is 60% completed, edi 60% lang. No? So, 16,000 multiplied by 60% completion for your conversion cost, it's 9,600. Do the math. So, add everything. Your EUP for materials is 84,500 and your EUP for conversion cost is 78,100. Ganun na ganun din po. Ilalagay po natin yung breakdown ng ating cost for your beginning work in process. Materials of 25,100. Conversion cost of 50,000 with a total of 75,100. And then for your current cost of 120. And your conversion cost of 300 with a total current cost of 420,000. So the total cost to be accounted for is 495,100. Tandaan po natin na pag weighted average ang dinidivide po natin sa EUP ay yung mismong total cost po natin. 'Di ba? Iniipon po natin lahat ng total cost tapos dinidivide natin sa EUP. So do the math. The cost per EUP would be 145,100 divided by 84,500. That's 1.72. And 350,000 divided by 78,100. That's 4.48. And then materials cost per EUP plus conversion cost per EUP, that will be 6.2. Mag-assign na po tayo ng mga cost. Siyempre, una, lahat ng completed units mo, ito po yun. So, ito po lahat yun. Di ba ginagawa nating checklist yan? Lahat po ng 66,000 na yan ay assignan mo ng $6.20 for a total of 409,107.19. You will also be assigning cost for your abnormal spoilage, which is 2,500 units at 6.2 kasi pareho lang naman 2.5 ito. No? So, 15,496. And you also have to assign for your work in process. For your materials, we have 16,000 times 1.72. And for your conversion cost, that's 96 times 4.48. Do the math. Ito po ang lalabas na amount with a total of 70,496.32. And do the math again. I-add nyo lahat. The total cost to be accounted should be equal to your total cost to be accounted for 495,100. Ngayon, kung mapapansin ninyo mga kapatid, hindi tayo nag-assign ng EUP sa continuous normal spoilage because of the method of neglect. So, wala rin tayong cost assignment na mangyayari sa kanya. It is already presumed na yung cost dito ng ending work in process at saka yung cost dito ng all completed units, yung normal continuous loss na cost po nun nandyan sa loob niyan. Kasi nga po, normal naman siya continuously, no, na nangyayari during the production cycle. Okay? So, nandyan na po sa loob yan. Nito at saka nito. Parang ganon. Kasi hindi na nga po natin inassignan ng EUP. Ngayon, pag tinanong kayo sa problem, how much is the period cost because of the loss due to our abnormal spoilage? Ito ang sagot mo. Abnormal spoilage, 15,496.48. Gawin po natin for FIFO. So, very, very similar lang naman din yung starting point. So, wag na nating isa-isahin. Pero, anong sabi po natin pag FIFO? We are very particular with what is happening currently. So, with your beginning work in process of 75% na 14,500, since all materials are added at the start of the production, dahil work in process beginning ito, tatapusin mo na lang. Nung time na inumpisahan to, nalagyan na siya ng materials. So currently, hindi mo nalalagyan ng materials, 'di ba? 'Di ba ganoon 'yon? Kasi current na lang po yung current na lang yung ating pong wino-workout kapag ka FIFO. And then for the completion, since this is 75% complete, you will add the 25% to complete it, 'di ba? So 14,500 times 25%, that's 3,625. Okay, next naman po natin, yung started and completed mong 51,500, ngayon mo inumpisahan, current period, ngayon mo rin natapos. Congratulations! So 51,500 for both of your materials and conversion cost. Again, ang 5,000 normal spoilage natin na continuous is under the method of neglect. So, hindi mo a-assign na ng EUP, and then you assign EUP to your abnormal spoilage. Ganon din po sa work in process ending, materials are added at the start of production, so we assign 16,000 for materials, and it's 60% complete for this period, so you multiply it by 60%, we have 9,600. So the EUP for materials under FIFO is 70,000, and for conversion cost is 67,225. And then tandaan po natin na ang ina-assignan lang po natin ng cost, yung cost na ina-assign natin rather, for the cost per EUP calculation under FIFO is our current cost only. No, so ito lang 120 tsaka 300,000, though you need to account pa rin for the total, no, of your TCTA. Okay? So let's compute for your cost per EUP. Current cost of materials na 120,000 divided by 70,000, that is 1.71. And then 300,000 divided by 67,225, that is 4.46, with a total cost per EUP of 6.18. Let's assign for your cost. So take note of your beginning cost for a beginning working process, which total 75,100. So your working process beginning is 75,100. And then you completed your working process beginning for conversion cost. So let's compute, no? So on completing your working process beginning, that's 3,625 times 4.46, which is 16,177.02. And then, ngayon inumpisahan, ngayon natapos yung 51,500. So started and completed, 51,500 times 6.18, which is 318,110,493. Sa abnormal spoilage naman po natin, you assign a cost for it to 5 times 6.18. 15,442.28. Kung mapapansin po ninyo, hindi naman din nagkakalayo sa weighted average. And then, for your ending work in process, syempre, your materials is 16,000 times 1.71. Tapos 9,600 naman yung i-multiply mo sa 4.46. Do the math, and the total for that is 7269.78. Okay? So, your total cost to be accounted for is syempre magto-total ng 495,100. Uulitin ko lang po. Ang ating pong abnormal spoilage ay diretso period cost po iyan. Pero yung normal continuous losses po natin is presumed na yung cost niya ay inabsorb na lang nung ating mga completed units at ng ating ending work in process inventory. Okay? So that's how you do it with normal spoilage na may abnormal spoilage. Hirapan natin ng konti. Lagyan natin ng discrete. Ayan, okay. Paano naman po kapag kayo normal spoilage mo ay discrete, tapos meron ka ring abnormal spoilage dito, and the inspection point is at the end of the process. Okay. Sige po. Jana Company provided the following information. So we started 80,000 units this month. We have a beginning work in process of 7,500 units, which is only 40% complete. We have discrete normal spoilage and abnormal spoilage as well. We have transferred out 72,500 units, so hindi nyo kailangang mag-work back, binigay naman, though alam nyo naman kung paano computein yan ng wino-work back, hindi po ba? You're also given cost information, so buuin po natin din hanggang cost assignment. Okay? So your beginning work in process is 7,500. You started 80,000 units for this period. So the total units that you need to account for is 87,500. Let's do the breakdown. Okay, if my all completed units is 72,500 and of which 7,500 yung beginning ko dyan, then yung inumpisahan ko this period na natapos ko rin this period ay 65,000. Binigay po ang number of units ng normal spoilage pero discrete. Ibig sabihin, nahuli. Pagkatapos ng inspection point, ang ating loss units, 1,100. No, yan yung nahuli na hindi pasado sa ating quality control. Meron din pong abnormal spoilage na 900 at ending work in process na 13,000, which will give your total units as accounted 87,500. Okay? Pero kahit hindi binigay itong 72,500 units transferred out, kayang-kaya nyo namang computein yan through working backwards. Let's now assign your EUP. Dahil po weighted average ito, lahat po itong 72,500 is considered completed. So you assign EUP for all of them. Ngayon, dito tayo mag-uusap sa discrete normal spoilage. Ang sabi nga po natin, pag discrete losses nahuhuli during an inspection point, you can pinpoint. Okay? You can pinpoint kung ano yung mga loss units. Materials are added at the start of the production. So at that time, lahat ng materials na i-add na. O di lahat ng materials may EUP ka dyan sa ating discrete normal spoilage. Since the inspection point is at the end of the process, natapos na yung proseso, no? So, a-assignan mo rin ng 100% conversion cost kasi nahuli siya sa end na ng proseso. So, sir, you mean to say that if the inspection point is 75%, then dyan sa CC column, imumultiply po natin siya ng 75%? The answer is yes. Okay? Nagkataon po yung problem natin, the inspection point is at the end of the process. Pero, kung ang inspection point ay nasa 75%, edi sa conversion cost, 75% din. Ganon, okay? And then, ang abnormal spoilage natin, 900 units. So, you assign 900 units. For ending work in process, since materials are added at the start of the production, so all of them would count for your EUP for materials. And then for your ending, it's only 70% complete. So 13,000 times 70%, that is 9,100. Do the math, and your EUP for materials is 87,500. And for conversion cost is 83,600. Let's do the breakdown of your cost. Ito po lahat ng total cost natin. Beginning na materials na 10,400 at saka conversion na 13,800. Current cost 120 plus 350. Total cost to be accounted for, 494,200. 134,00 divided by 87,500 is 1.49. 363,800 divided by 83,600, that is 4.35, with a total cost per EUP of 5.84. Let's now assign your cost. Okay? So for all of your completed units, for all 72,500, you just simply multiply by the total 5.84. That's 423,542.13. We also assign cost to your normal spoilage, which is 1,100 units at 5.84. 6,426.16. And then yung abnormal spoilage mo na 900, yan naman yung i-report mo as loss. Period cost po iyan. 900 times 5.84, that gives you 5,257.76. And then you assign cost for your work in process ending. Materials of 13,000 times 1.49 and conversion cost of 9,100 times 4.35. Do the math and that would be 58,973.75 for a total of 494,200. Ngayon, ganito. Sir, sabi mo product cost ito. O paano gagawin natin dyan? So you will be assigning this 6,426 on those completed units and to your ending work in process. Kasi dapat maisama pa rin siya as a product cost. So pag tinanong po kayo sa problem, how much is the normal discrete loss that would be assigned to the good units? E di ito ang sagot, 6,426.16. Kasi dapat po, yan ay ma-absorb ng completed units at saka work in process ending. So parang itatapol mo siya sa good units. Kasi product cost pa rin po siya. Yun nga lang, meron kang separate identification sa kanya dahil nahuli mo siya. Okay? So, pag FIFO po, we have the very basic starting point. Tapos, sabi nga po natin, we assign it based on what is currently happening. So, since the materials are added already during the point na inumpisahan siya, at this period, wala na. And then, for conversion cost naman po, 40%, so you work on the 60%. Okay? So, 75 times 60%, 45. Lahat ng 65,000 natin, ngayon inumpisahan, ngayon din natapos, so we assign 65,000. Ganon din po i-account yung normal spoilage natin tsaka abnormal spoilage. Okay? And then, 13,000 for your work in process ending and you multiply it by 70% naman for your work in process sa conversion cost ending. Okay? So, for your EUP for materials, that's 80,000. For conversion cost, 8,600. And then you will be assigning cost based only on the current cost. So 120,000 divided by 80,000 is 1.5 and 350,000 divided by 8,600 is 4.34 with a total cost per EUP of 5.84. Okay? Let's now assign your cost. Huwag kakalimutan po yung mismong work in process beginning total natin na 24,200. You completed also your beginning work in process na 4,500 times 4.34 kasi conversion cost lang po iyan, no? So, 19,540.94. Then, yung 65,000, lahat po yan started ngayong period, completed in this period. So, 65,000 times 5.84. Okay? So, that's 379,758.06. And then, yung assignment mo ng cost for your normal spoilage is 1,100 units at 5.84. That's 6,426 as well. So, hindi sila nagkakalayo, di ba? And then, for your abnormal spoilage, that is 900 multiplied by 5.84. That is 5,258.19. And then, you also assign for your ending work in process and dapat magpantay po sila. So, kung mapapansin po ninyo, the main difference lang naman is kapag ka normal, continuous, ang loss po natin, the method of neglect. So, yung cost po niya ay presumably inabsorb ng good units dahil nangyayari naman talaga yon. Pero pag nahuli mo, during the inspection point, you have to assign an EUP for it. And you also have to assign a cost for it na later on, itatapal natin yan sa ating good units na itatransferred out or doon naman din sa ending work in process po natin. Okay. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. Sana po ay naintindihan po ninyong mabuti and kita-kits po sa January. Yun lang. Merry Christmas. Love you all.